Now, I know Twitch is bad. I know Kick is worse. But to my knowledge, Kick isn't paying streamers to actually set cars on fire, so this has got to be another platform.
A Black Mirror episode was just brought to life after they introduced bounty features on a streaming website that has users setting things on fire and tattooing their foreheads for money. I mean, as if Pump Fun couldn't get even more dystopian, and then they just do this. I mean, at this point, it seems like they've dethroned Kick for being the most concerning IRL streaming website. But, I mean, regardless, you know, promoting crypto and tying meme coins into live streaming, that was already kind of a gray area, at least as far as ethics. But now the site is...
Hold on, isn't this the website where Skamato went? That League of Legends player. He was a casted in Maine. Then he decided that, you know what's going to be fun? To go to this website, stream my token, and rug pull the community.
Launched a feature called Pump Fun Go, and that's encouraging people to try to bribe others to do anything for money. I mean, what could go wrong?
What if you could pay people to do anything? This does kind of remind me of those horror stories about the websites on the dark web, where you pay people to do some wild shit.
Yeah, there are bounties for everything, from quitting your job on camera to...
Quit your job on camera. Okay, and how much are you getting paid to do that? Quit your job on camera, final payout $3,000. Brother, this sounds like something I would be interested in.
To setting a car on fire or tattooing crypto coin tickers on your body, including your forehead. I'm sure this is extremely...
Not enough money for it. Yeah, but imagine you are unemployed. Imagine you are walking into a billion job interviews, such as the very lowest entry point. For example, working behind the cash register, right? Or being a barista, or something. Those entry student jobs, or working in the bar, or working in a supermarket. Those jobs that don't require you to have a degree in medicine. For example, you apply to one job, you work there for a week, boom, you quit, you get 3K. No, that was 3K. Yeah, you get 3K. Next week, you apply to another job, shop number 2. Boom, you get 6K in total.
To setting a car on your forehead. I'm sure this is extremely healthy for society. Again, what could go wrong? And the rewards for completing these strange and sometimes outrageously stupid tasks range from what I can tell $1 to $52,000. So,
what do you need to do for $1? Hold on.
I mean, that can easily be some life-changing money. Of course, the bounty you have to complete to get the $52,000 is placing a bet on Hal on the top of Mount Everest.
Last time I checked, getting to the peak of Mount Everest costs you around maybe 80K. With Sherpas and oxygen and all of the shenanigans. We can do this, by the way. Yeah, but I'm wondering whether it's going to be profitable.
Which, I mean, if you know anything about Mount Everest, it'll probably cost you a whole lot more than $52,000 to get to the top of it. But
exactly.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see a Sherpa up there doing this task.
Imagine you are a Sherpa. Straight up, you are the local who is guiding those American tourists to the top of the Mount Everest. Do you need this oxygen? Sherpa, you being a Sherpa, all you need are flip-flops and a bottle of water, and you're good. Easiest 60K ever.
You see, the average cost to summit Mount Everest is about $60,000.
Oh, 60.
So, yeah, that doesn't really seem profitable, to say the least. And the initial promotional video that Pump Fun posted introducing this feature, that's definitely fascinating, because every single, I guess, example of a bounty it shows is pretty much illegal. I mean, this is genuinely just a terrible idea.
How illegal? Like anything? What are we doing? Dress up as Tung Tung Sahur. Enter the UFC ring for 100. No, brother. Add a 0. And this is me. Oh, a baseball bat. Okay, add another 0. Dress up as Pump Pill and run through a casino. I don't think that's illegal. Develop a game involving the Unk character and upload to App Store. Some of them are good. And we were just covering the topic of AI. I'm pretty sure you can spend money on AI, which will develop this for you, and that's going to be rather easy. That's profitable. Hold on. No. Paint a troll meme for 5k? Paint a troll meme somewhere epic and pyramid. Yeah, okay, we're entering the illegal area. Sure. 5k on the Pyramid of Giza, and then you're spending the next 20 years in jail.
So obviously,
yeah, initially I was going into this video thinking it's going to be bad stuff. So far I'm interested in it. What do you mean?
that video is AI, but encouraging people to fight each other with baseball bats and or tag the pyramids with an epic troll face, that seems like something that could only really go terribly. I mean, isn't this in theory inciting violence or promoting crimes? And does the UFC have anything to say about their logo and branding being used to promote a tung sahur fight to the death for a chance of $150? I can't believe that's a sentence I just said in my life. But hey, while things haven't gotten to that,
We've moved from gladiator games in Coliseum to fucking tung sahur with baseball bat in the UFC ring, in the octagon. We need to be invaded by aliens, I'm just saying.
that point yet, the amount of crypto forehead tattoos and just bounty tattoos in general is astonishing. And hey, while getting a tattoo is a challenge, that's definitely nothing new, but I guess what Pump Fun Go is doing is definitely a far cry from FaZe Banks getting an easy coverable Grubet tattoo for $100,000 to gamble away on Mexico. Yeah, that's also something that happened. But hey, on Pump Fun, some of these guys are just tattooing tickers across their foreheads for around $10,000 max. And I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, that's still a lot of money, but is it really worth living with an impossible to hide tattoo that you have to fork out something like probably half of it and a whole bunch of hours just to remove? It might
Depends on the situation, some people are desperate. Also, let's not forget that 10k is fucking a lot, and I'm European. But imagine someone living in the third world country. Imagine someone in Pakistan or Philippines. Somewhere in those countries where you would be able to get 10k just for a tattoo on your forehead. The tattoos in there, I imagine, are not expensive. Also, I imagine that tattoo removal is not expensive. At the end of the day, you have scars on your forehead, but no tattoo because you removed it, and you have 9k remaining. Let's say 9k. With that 9k, I'm pretty sure you can buy at least 2 villages and live like a king.
might be short-sighted. But hey, while some people are getting paid out for these permanent decisions, others are now stuck with an embarrassing tattoo and absolutely nothing. Take our
Wait. You're not always getting paid? Hold on, the plot thickens.
Arivu, for example, who went extremely viral after tattooing bounty work on his forehead and then finding out that he wouldn't
I mean, does this look like somewhere in the India, in that region? Cannot blame the guy, game is game.
be getting anything due to a typo. So the
Imagine having a typo on your forehead tattoo and not getting paid.
bounty's creator misspelled his own ticker in the challenge, and somehow Arivu is at fault here for tattooing the wrong name.
No. Then that's even worse then.
I don't know, maybe to learn how to spell your own brand before you ask someone to tattoo it on their forehead? How is he at fault here? But luckily for him, the viral misspelling led to a creation of a coin with the misspelled bounty work name, with I guess all the profits and fees going to Arivu. And it's said that he gained something like $40,000 from this, which obviously is a huge jump from the $2,500 that he thought he was going to initially receive. So, I mean, he didn't do it for nothing, thankfully, but I wouldn't use this as like a positive example because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is messed up. Because you might be asking yourself, okay, who would do that for the chance of $2,500? I mean, it's not like he had any idea he was going to get $40,000, but if you're someone from a poorer country who is struggling, a couple $1,000s can very easily.
When asked whether he thought someone would go through with the tattoo bounty, Ayush said, I was certain someone from a third world country would do it. Exactly the point I was making.
be life-changing money for you, especially if you consider, I guess, how much it might convert to in local currency. And these bounty creators, they absolutely know that. So many people post their stories about hardships alongside a proof of them completing bounties. For example, I'm struggling due to medical bills. I hope this still counts. It's honestly just depressing and dystopian to read through.
Hear me out. I consider myself to be efficient. People call it lazy, but I consider myself to be efficient. What if, just what if, instead of going yourself and getting a tattoo, what if you go to AI video generator and say, hey, Mr. AI, this is my photo. I give you $50. Give me a video of me getting a tattoo on my forehead. In reality, I'm chill, I'm not doing shit, but as a proof, I'm sending it that I got that tattoo. What do we do then?
So the feature is really just designed to prey on people who are struggling and desperate and essentially turn them into lolcows for crypto guys on Twitter to laugh
Send the website to the chat. No, we're not doing that.
at. I mean, this is literally just paying money to bully people in poverty for entertainment. But thankfully, I mean, even some of these crypto guys are making themselves into complete lolcows as well in the
Sure, you're getting the bag, but at what cost? You need to be starting asking the questions whether you want to be a pawn in the crypto bros chess game.
process, which makes the whole thing even more insane, honestly. Because there was this other tattoo bounty that people acted on so quickly that multiple people actually got the same tattoo. And because the bounty can only go to one person, a bunch of people got the tattoo and nothing for it. So now they're stuck with a tattoo they probably didn't want. And that
You sure you want to go to this website again? Brother, if you're not first, you're getting fucked. Also, there are no guarantees that you're gonna get paid. Remember the guy with the typo? Sure, he got lucky because community backed him, but imagine the amount of instances where this doesn't happen and you're just stuck with a disgusting scar on your forehead.
That's there permanently. They will be permanently reminded that they just got a tattoo a little bit too late and they couldn't collect the bounty in time. Unfortunate. Why would you ever want to put yourself in that position? I mean, clearly they need the money, which is why I hate everything about this feature. But I guess the winner of the said Solana tattoo bounty had plans of covering it up, but others might not be so lucky to be, I guess, dating a tattoo artist or something like that. Or if they've picked a placement that can't really be removed or covered up as easily. Because again, to remove a tattoo, obviously depending a little bit on the tattoo, that's a lot of hours. And even though he won, Jordan says he immediately felt guilty and has already been turned off to the whole thing because of how toxic it all is. And I guess that's easy to say after you've won. I mean, I bet he would even feel worse if it was one of the people who got a tattoo.
And we're talking only about the tattoos. Brother, I'm pretty sure it was XQC who said it, that once you're a billionaire, once you've tried everything, there's nothing left for you to do. That's why most of the billionaires are becoming PDF files, right? But imagine something like that happens when you can get people to do anything, absolutely anything, for a price. Imagine you have $1 billion and you want to get some entertainment, and you've completed life, you've traveled the world, you've visited the world wonders, you've ate different dishes. Your life is completed. You've tried everything. But now, you're getting the modern version of I want to see Roman Colosseum on the extreme. And all it takes is a couple of thousand. Assuming you're a billionaire, brother, that's entertainment for life right there.
And didn't get anything. But other bounties that are said to have existed were things like $50,000 for anyone who could skydive into an ongoing World Cup match and invade the pitch for 30 seconds. Again, that is absolutely not worth it whatsoever. What are you even on about? That bounty was apparently removed, but others that offer money in return for streaking or throwing an adult toy onto a WNBA court, those still exist apparently. And of course, there are some wholesome bounties like feeding people in need or...
Then the question is, oh, these are nice. Plant a tree within your community. This I support this. This I could do. This I could do. I would go to my neighbor, I would steal a tree from my neighbor, and I would plant it on in my garden. I could do that. Technically the same tree, but technically the same community, you know? But my question is, suppose one of the bounties is breaking the law. Going back to the example of paint graffiti on the Pyramid of Giza. Sure, you did it. Sure, you're going to jail. But is the long arm of the law reaching the one who created the incentive, the one who paid you to do it?
planting a tree in your community. But of course, those pay out peanuts in comparison to the humiliation rituals that people want to laugh at online. And obviously, this site has received so much backlash from so many people, but they don't care. They're making money. They're just going to keep on going as long as they make money. So the real question is, how close to Red Room or Squid Games do we actually get?
Red Room. There we go. That's the term. The Red Room is the thing that I was talking about. Those are the rooms that are the horror stories on YouTube are quite popular of stuff happening on the dark web.
I don't know. Apparently, we're entering Black Mirror territory, that's for sure. This is a
Blue Whale. What is Blue Whale? I remember I heard something like that, but was that a TikTok trend where kids were entering some sort of a cult or some shit like that?
extraordinarily dystopian. Apparently, someone posted a for $600,000. So yeah, this is definitely it's cooked. This is really, really bad. I feel like that meme
Was that a Hitman offer or what was that? I've got no idea.
of like, oh, what's that? Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. I mean, that's just kind of coming true more and more. Like between this and the AI drones that can lock onto people. It's all horrifying.
Those were scary.
And I mean, Pump Fun does say that they review activity on the platform, they may remove content, they do reject submissions, and they suspend accounts, they block access, and they cooperate.
But I mean, every single corporation is saying that. Question is whether they are doing it efficiently and whether they are being true to their word.
With authorities or third parties, and they also take steps that they believe are needed to protect its platform and its users and others and so on. But I also feel like this is just generic legal speak to cover them, because that doesn't really mean too much when you're leaving things up like gnome tossing, which is described.
I'm sorry, this is... So, what do you toss? Oh, hold on, deliverables. Dwarf must be in full gnome costume, hat, tunic, boots, no half measures, must be thrown. Target board must be visible and mounted. Straight up, the fucking scene from The Wolf of the Wall Street. I'm going back to my argument. Brother, if you're a billionaire, if you've got nothing to do, just throw money, see funny shit.
Is dressing up like a real-life dwarf, head to toe as a forest gnome scout, and showing up at a major influencer's house to get yeeted onto a target board. Again, that is a sentence I just read and heard today.
For $5.
And if you guys have watched Black Mirror, you'll definitely know why this is being compared so much to it, especially the first episode in season 7. Because in this episode, the main character is forced to resort to kind of a similar site, literally named Dumb Dummies, to make money to keep his wife alive. And here, streamers complete tasks like drinking their own urine, sticking their tongue into mousetraps, and pulling out their own teeth at the request of viewers who are willing to pay to see for it. It should be horrifying, and yet it seems to have just inspired this. And what's crazy is there's a whole different site that's upset at Pump Fun for
Copy plus paste, so they are not the first ones. There's a Dare Market. Now that is a name. From marketing standpoint, that is a good name. I dare you to do this, you get paid. But do we cross the legal line?
stealing their concept.
He copied my whole flow! Word for word, bar for bar!
So it's not even original, apparently. But hey, I mean, I wish I had a positive ending for this video or some sort of resolution, but as long as there's financial incentives,
Yep.
stuff like this will keep on existing. But I wanted to talk about the most dystopian thing that I've seen in a minute. So that was the video. Thank you guys for subscribing. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace. Hopefully I won't be as sick anymore soon. I've been sick for like days now. I want to be not sick.
Not sick, yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah, hopefully Atozy is going to get well. But I'm thinking maybe, what, you know what would be a good short? Entering that website, seeing the random shit they have and making a tier list. Let's suppose shit people would do, shit I'll be willing to do for $100. S tier, plant a tree. Sure, easy, no problem, over $100 we take those. And then we go slowly towards the scary stuff, which I wouldn't do. For example, again, paint graffiti on pyramid. Like, brother, do I want to spend time in jail? Fuck no.